Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. How are you all doing today? It is me, Emily, and today we are building a little industrial cottage home for the two Sims who featured in my last video, Kayla and Alex. And they did come with some pets. They came with two Doberman and a cat. And the Doberman were like a little father-son duo. And the cat was just like a little hairy, well, a cat. What else is a cat other than like a little hairy ball of hair? A hairy ball of fur, perhaps? Not entirely sure. Either way, that's what they came with. However, they were a limited pack build. Both the Sims and the house, it was all limited. So the Sims were laundry day and cottage living only, but somehow I ended up not featuring, and obviously base game, but somehow I ended up not featuring any laundry day at all, so they ended up just being cottage living, which is even better. So if you have cottage living, nothing else, you can install them. The house that I made for them was cottage living, laundry day, and the industrial loft kit. So that's like a little bit of everything. And I think for a few of these like limited pack builds that I'm going to do, and like limited packs on the cast as well, I am going to include some pets just in case you have cats and dogs, because I feel like some families just come with animals. They just have animals. But obviously if you want them and you don't have cats and dogs, don't feel like any pressure. There's nothing else from cats and dogs in there, even though it's marked as saying you need cats and dogs for this. You don't. Just ignore that, because it's only the cats and dogs that are from cats and dogs. I hope it's called cats and dogs and not pets. I've never actually thought of that. The one that comes with Brindleton Bay. You know the one I'm talking about. So yeah, because it's a limited pack build, as I was saying, I haven't put any of the pets things in the house. So there's no pet beds, there's no food dishes, no toys. If you do install the family in this house with the pets, you'll have to add the stuff in yourself, because like I said, it's not going to be there. But that's not difficult, is it? Just like shoot a couple of like pet beds in. There is space for them to put their food dishes. I would say maybe in like the front little living area that's quite clearly a garage conversion. You'll be able to tell, like, once it's finished, it looks kind of like a garage conversion. And there's maybe some space for the pet beds in the little, oh my god, what is it called? What's a conservatory. I would say those rooms with the glass roofs, a conservatory. There's like a half conservatory on the back. You can't really see yet because I don't add the roof till like later, but it's the big room at the back that's going to be the conservatory. And it's going to have windows and doors just like the one that I'm doing here. Yeah, you see the little ramp? Now you can tell that it's like the garage conversion, because it has like a little ramp up to it where you drive, right? Anyways, thought that was pretty cute. I don't know, like maybe they changed the layout though, because I think where the master bedroom is, I feel like that should have been the living room, because the bathroom is connected to there. Or maybe it was just like a one bedroom. I don't know what it was originally before they had this conversion. Okay, we're just going to deal with it. We're just going to see what happens. Also, I do currently have a bassinet override on the bassinet. It came with the Tiny Twaddlers kit. For some reason I installed it with the override and I haven't been bothered to find the file to delete it. So the baby's room, which I've just done there, does not have, which I'm working on right there, does not have a bassinet in it. It probably should, because it's for their new baby. Like I put on their description on the gallery that they were like settling in, about to have a baby, but like it's gonna get kind of messy. But anyways, that's what's happening. They're gonna have a baby, but I suppose when babies turn up, they come with a bassinet right. She's not pregnant, by the way. You have to do that yourself. That sounded really gross. You know what I meant. You know what I meant. Also, an issue that I was having with this build is that it is marked as CC. It is not CC because I made sure not to include that bassinet so it didn't mark as CC, but for some reason it has done. So yeah, it's going to say that it has CC. Ignore that if you wish to install it. There is none. I promise. There is none. Ugh, it was super annoying. I literally spent like half an hour trying to get it to somehow upload to the gallery without marking itself as CC, but here we are. It has not done that. It has just been a pain in the arse. Yeah, also if you can't tell today, I'm not sure if it's like the same as any of my other videos, but I'm not feeling too good. So we're just going to take this at like a slower pace. We're just going to have like a little chit chat. I'm not like, oh my god, then this happened, then this happened, then this happened. No, not today. Today I'm literally like feeling that rubbish that I'm recording whilst laying down. I'm curled up in bed, nice and cozy under the duvet, so that's a cool mental image for you. Just me all like snug as a bug in a rug, chatting away into my earphones. See, if you have a gaming setup with like a microphone and you're all professional about this business, that's one thing you can't do. You can't lay in bed and just record from where you're cozy. You have to sit at the desk and record there into a microphone. You have to sit like near the microphone and talk into that. But here I can just lay down, so that's nice. Obviously that will have to change if I ever decide to buy a microphone, but it don't gotta change yet. Yeah, so I did kind of say that I was gonna make 4 posts this week because I had a bit of time last week to do some of the videos and then, you know, upload all 4 this week. I didn't realise that I only had the 1 week before I left again, and also didn't realise how long it would take me to both edit and film the majority of what I've gone for this week. I felt like the rooms should take a lot less time than this one is taking, but I'm working on it, so we'll see what happens. But basically my goal for this week and next week is to get obviously this video up, which if you're watching now and it's the same week it was uploaded, congratulations Emily, you made it. If it's a different week, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't know what to tell you, but it should be up the same week as I'm currently recording it. Wait, how would you know it's the same week? The same week as the last video I uploaded. That's how you would know. That is how... Oh, I told you I'm not feeling good. My brain's not feeling it neither, is it? My brain's just gone. Yeah, so as I was saying, 2 this week, and then I'm flying home next week, so 2 next week as well, because Monday, I'm not sure what's going on, but I will be doing something. I will be leaving the house, going somewhere. Again, don't really know what I'll be doing, but definitely doing something. And then Tuesday, I have to go get my PCR test done at the airport, and I might be going to a nice cafe or something. And then I'm staying in a hotel with my boyfriend overnight near the airport because he's moved even further away. So I don't necessarily want to be traveling for the thing is, to get to the airport in time for my flight, I would have to leave the house at 5 a.m, which means I would need to wake up at 4 or something, so that's just ridiculous. I don't want to have to do that. So my flight is at 20 past 10, and so I'm gonna be I would have to get to the airport for 20 past 8. See, I see people say that it's a 3. You have to be there 3 hours before you go on long haul flights, but I just turn up 2 hours before and I'm usually okay. but like double check if you're going on any trips or anything. Now is probably not the best time to be giving you travel advice, is it? We're in the middle of a pandemic. Don't go anywhere. Stay at home, kids. Stay safe. I know I should really be leading by example here, but I mean, everybody has their reasons for doing stuff, right? So yeah, funnily enough, I'm actually leaving the day after the Inch on Arrivals kit comes out. So it's like Inch on Arrivals will be coming out the day after I depart. No, the day before I depart Incheon. Like, the Sims will be arriving at Incheon, and then I'm like, phew, out of here, bye. Oh, it's so sad. I really don't want to have to go. But I mean, I am looking forward to the kit coming out. So, there is that. It's like the Inch on Arrivals kit, like, kind of means I can take some of Korea with me. But it's fine, because pretty much as soon as I get home, like, once I've done my quarantine, I'm gonna be like starting preparing my documentation to come back to work here. Obviously, like, my schedule's gonna change again then, blah 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 blah, but I'm gonna keep you updated so that you know, if you are subscribed, you can feel comfortable expecting the same kind of thing from me. I do want to go back to doing 4 videos per week, as I did for the first 2. Was it the first 2 or just the first one? I think it was wait. No, because what? Oh yeah, no, it was the first 2 weeks. Okay. We're on the 3rd week now. I skipped a week and now we're on the 3rd week of uploading. This week's going to be 2 videos. Next week's going to be 2 videos. And then after that, we're going back to normal. Okay? I feel like I cleared that up. I feel like we've set a schedule now. And by normal, I mean 4 videos per week. Normal will be changing at some point or another, but not right now. That is staying as the normal, and that's a promise to myself. Yeah, but I think I'm gonna try and make it up to you with by posting on Instagram a little bit more, because what I've done is I've taken some screenshots of like my previous builds and everything, so at least I can showcase them a little bit. Whether to make it up to you or it's to make it up to me, I'm not entirely sure, but it's to make it up to one of us. Do I just feel guilty about not posting even though I promised myself I would? Yep. Does anybody else care that I'm not posting? Not really, but here I am. I'm gonna upload a bit more on Instagram, so I'm gonna be a little bit more active there over the next couple of weeks, purely because I don't have as much to upload on YouTube, but I'll start kind of going for a little bit more with that, obviously once I'm home. If you're interested, I might take some inspiration pics in Incheon Airport, just in case you want some inspiration for like the surroundings, if you're making like any Incheon Arrival sims. I think that would be kind of cute. I think that would be like a sweet little thing to do. Ooh, I might do one of those myself. Actually, no, I'm not committing to building like a damn airport. That's not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. What do y'all think about that kit, anyways? Because I kind of want to make like a video about it, but I don't know if I should. Like, not one like assessing the kit, but more so one just complaining about people like talking about how they're like putting culture behind a paywall. I'm sick of seeing people say that, so I might go on a rant about it. I'll see how I'm feeling when I get back. Probably quite stressed, and that's a good way to let out some stress, is to go on a rant. So yeah, maybe. Also hugging dogs is a good way to let out some stress, so I might just hug my dog. Oh my god, I can't wait to see my dog. Ugh, love him to pieces. Oh yeah, also I thought that I was quarantining for 2 days, but since I'm currently unvaccinated, I have to quarantine for 10 days. So that gives me plenty of time to make some videos. Also plenty of time to sit down and watch TV with my mum, but I mean, we'll do what we can. I'll try and make time for yous, for myself as well, but whatever. Ooh, I also wanted to ask y'all about Planet Coaster and Planet Zoo. If you play any of those, either of those, get your English right, Emily. But if you do play either of those, I asked on Instagram actually, and people were saying like, I was like, oh, do you play either of them? Like, yes or no? And like, I think about 8 people responded, and it was literally 50-50. I was like, how on earth am I supposed to decide whether to start posting about that or not if it's like completely half and half? I might, because at the end of the day, like, my channel is my channel, and it's the games that I like and whatnot, but I kind of think that I probably wouldn't upload it until I have like a full series done. So it would probably be like an entire theme park, like built in different sections, and like a speed build for like a particular ride, or like a particular like area and like the decorations there, or like a particular shop, and just kind of upload it as a series. Or say if I make a zoo, it would be like per exhibit, or like per building, or like, you know, whatever, like an episode each, and do speed builds of those and then upload it as a series. That could be kind of fun. So I'll have a little think on it, and if I do decide to do that, then I might just end up uploading that, and I will share it to Instagram too. And if people don't like it, then people don't like it, you know. At the end of the day, if they're here for Sims content alone, that is what my channel is primarily here for, because as much as I love building like theme parks and zoos, it's kind of restrictive in what you can build. It's like either a zoo or a theme park, you know. It's not like in Sims you can build a house, you could build a cinema, you could build a shopping centre, you can build restaurants, cafes, bars, nightclubs, lounges, karaoke bars, you can build like roller rinks, you can build diners, you can build ice rinks, pretty much anything you can think of, except hotels. You could build them. Well, I suppose you could build a hotel, but that's, you know, a conversation for another day. Was it Ravasheen? I am so sorry if I am wrong, or if I'm not pronouncing that right, or if I'm wrong about this. But I did see that one CC creator has made like a little, what's it called? Like a card key, like a card, like a lock on the door that you get in hotels. Yeah, I'm not sure if it was them or not. It could have been somebody else, but it was like a little card key, and the card key looked exactly like the ones you get in like a hotel, like where you like unlock the little door, and I was just the cutest little thing. It was just the cutest little thing. So, I mean, I'll have to have a little look and see if I can find who did that and put it in the descriptions box below. So, if you see it be there. If not, well, whatever. I kind of hope that we would be halfway through the video by now, because I don't really have anything else to talk about. But, well, we're more than halfway through. But like, we're not nearly done. Don't know what else I'm gonna find to talk about for these next 10 minutes. And there's maybe 10 minutes left, maybe, potentially, perhaps. Let me have a little look. Yep, 10 minutes, almost exactly. Wow, what a guess. But yeah, this part here that I'm working on is like the little, I keep forgetting the word, the glass roof room. Does it begin with a C? Conservatory, there we go. I knew I'd get it eventually. This is a little conservatory that I was telling you about earlier. I think this build just took such a long time because I was like using like a lot, and I'm still not entirely familiar with it. So yeah, it took me a while. Like, to be quite honest with you, this entire build took me like 5 hours, I think, because I put the footage at like 500 times the speed. 500 times? No, like 5 times the speed. It's at 100%, and then I put it at 500%. Oh my god, yeah, I put it at 5 times the speed of what I'm actually playing it, and that cut it down to just over an hour. And then, or was it an hour and a half? I think it was an hour and a half, maybe. An hour and a bit, whatever. Let's call it an hour and a quarter, so we're even. And then I cut it down further, and like, it ended up at like slightly over half an hour, and I'm like, how is it still so long? Even when I've cut so much out of it, even when I'm trying to, you know, ugh, bloody annoying, bloody annoying. Anyways, I might have a little think on what I want, what else I need to talk about, because we've got an awful lot of time left and not an awful lot to chat about. So I'm gonna do that. Okay, so I am back now, and I completely did not think of anything to talk about. But in the time that I was away, I got into 2 arguments on Facebook with a vegan and a meat eater somehow. Somehow I managed to completely upset both of them. Usually it's like the meat eaters versus the vegans, and then they get angry at each other and rah rah rah. But somehow, yeah, somehow I managed to make them both angry at me. The meat eater seemed to think I was a vegan, and the vegan seemed to think I was a meat eater. I don't know how that happens, but basically the meat eater got mad at me because I kind of told them, like, yep, the emissions. I think they were making a comment about emissions being like, oh, like it doesn't contribute to global warming being meat eater. And I did sort of say to them, like, compared to a vegan diet, it kind of does. And they were like, oh, compare that to like the internal combustion engine. Like, well, obviously that's gonna make more emissions, but at the same time, we're not comparing that, right? We're comparing veganism versus meat eaters. And then and then he was like, oh, you just make up lies to brainwash us. And I was like, wait, who makes up lies to brainwash who? I'm a meat eater. And then I made a comment in a separate post about how not everybody can be like, it was about being rich enough to be vegan. And I was like, yeah, like not everybody is rich enough to be vegan and have a balanced diet. Because if a poor person were to live solely off rice and beans, that like their life is hard enough already. That would just make their life needlessly harder. And also, it's like in my country, it's cheaper. Like in most Western countries, processed food contains additives and things that have come from animals and stuff like that. And this vegan commented on me. She was like, "Is that your excuse? Are you poor? Is that your excuse?" I said, my excuse for what? Eating corn and vegetables and knowing that I'm privileged to be able to do so. And then she came at me all like, oh, well, is that what you're saying? Like, vegetables, is buying vegetables and fresh fruit and that is more expensive than buying meat and fish, blah, blah, blah. And I actually gave her like a breakdown of it. I said, no, but like for the same pound, like £1, quite clearly showing that I'm British, you can get like a 5-pack of beef ramen, or for the same pound you can get like 2 heads of broccoli or an apple and an orange, you know. Or for £3 you can get like a whole bag of chicken nuggets and a bag of chips, like to put in the freezer, that can feed you for like 3 or 4 meals. For that same price, you could probably get like a small box of corn chicken nuggets that's going to do what, 1 or 2 meals. I made like a reference about biscuits. I said like home brand biscuits that contain like milk and eggs, bought in a store, you can get them for 20p, right, to give your kids some snacks. The minimum you're going to spend on vegan like specifically made vegan biscuits or Oreos, which you know are vegan, is going to be like 80p. So do you want like 4 packets of cheap biscuits? That's like biscuits for 4 weeks, right? Or what, like one pack of biscuits every 4 weeks? Some people who are poor just simply cannot afford to be vegan. And then she starts saying like, oh, I didn't mean in your village, like I wasn't aware we were talking about just your village. You know, would you like to speak to my vegan friends in developing countries and see their take on it? Well, obviously developing countries are a different situation because processed and commercialized foods there are not at the same price point as they are over here. Obviously it's cheaper to eat like fresh vegetables and rice than it is to eat commercialized, but it's just stupid. It is just stupid the way that she went on. Anyways, I'm not here to rant about veganism at all, or meat eaters for that matter. It was just a moment. It was just a moment. And it seems like they always, like, no matter what you comment, they always seem to think that you're from the other side. Like meat eaters, if you're on like a vegan, it was on a vegan post, to be fair, and I generally just make comments, you know, of things that I find fair. Like, it's a well-known fact that eating meat causes the emissions to be higher than if you're vegan, you know? Like, it's just a fact. You know? Not a joke, just a fact. And it just does my head in, because then they're like, oh, you're a vegan, you're lying to us. I'm not a vegan. I'm not lying. It's just science, you know? And then you say something about some people being too poor to be a vegan, then it's like, is that your excuse? Blah, 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 blah. You me's come up with any excuses not to be vegan. No, that's not my excuse, because occasionally I do eat vegan food, and I acknowledge that I can eat vegan food because I can afford to. And it's stupid to just pretend that everybody in the world can afford to be vegan, because they can't. It's stupid and heartless, to be honest with you. For people who care so much about animals' rights, it's just a wee bit stupid, I think. But yeah, obviously I could not find anything else to talk about for these last 10 minutes, so you just got me just waffling on about veganism and shit, really, didn't you? That's not very fair, but that's what you got. But I think, actually, I'm not going to talk for the rest of the video. There is like a little while left, quite obviously, but that's literally just me like doing the plants. Just doing the plants. So enjoy me doing the plants. But if you want, obviously, see, the plants are a bit of a boring bit, to be fair, aren't they? I don't know. Do you enjoy like landscaping inspiration, or do you not? If you do, feel free to stick around and watch it. If not, skip forwards to the pictures at the end, where you can see sort of, not really a walkthrough of the house, but like some pictures from within the house. Hope you enjoy that. And next time I see you, I will probably be in a different country. I'm probably going to be uploading from like Wednesday next week, because that's when I fly home. So hopefully I'll have a video to go either then or Thursday, maybe Friday, or I might have to upload at the weekend. Look, see, I'm just pushing this back further and further now, aren't I? But we'll see. 2 uploads next week, that's what I'm trying to stick to. And then after that, we'll just see how it goes, but I'm aiming for 4, like I said at the beginning of the video. Anyways, I will love you and leave you. I will see you next time. I hope you're all in good spirits, and I hope you all enjoy the new pack that we get next week. I am very much looking forward to it. So I will love you and leave you. Bye.